And so the Lord, he actually started stirring in me like, hey, I want you to go on a year-long TV fast. Well, what you don't know is that because of my depression that I had dealt with and trying to numb from all the things that were always flying at me, I would go home at night and just watch TV. Like I would literally just like completely numb, like every single night. And my husband, who is so wonderful, you guys, for real, he is wonderful. He would put the kids to bed like every night. And I would feel this guilt of like, oh my gosh, like I'm not ever helping, I'm not ever whatever. And I would do everything at home. I was a stay-at-home mom, so I would do everything all day, but then it's like I would just clock out and disappear. Because there's a couple of things going on, but one of those things was I was just trying to numb. I couldn't handle any more input, and so it was like I would watch TV just to like numb. And the Lord just comes to me and says, hey, I want you to do this. And of course, he's so gentle when he does it. It's not like he comes up, you need to stop watching TV. He comes up and says like, hey, like, this would be a good thing for you to do this. And I'm like, okay. But of course, he sees all the reasons why. It's not just, it's good for you to not watch as much TV. It was, I know what's going to happen this next year, and you need to unplug. And so at this moment, I released this song. I have this in the back of my head, and I sit down on my bed. I could just feel like God wants to talk to me right now. And he starts to tell me some things, and you know the algorithm on Facebook, right? Like suddenly you start seeing all these things about silversmiths, and like it was like that. And I'm seeing these stories about the silversmith in the Bible, and the Lord, he tells me this verse in Zechariah with the silversmith. And I sit down on my bed, the Lord quickens that verse to my mind. I didn't know what it was. I just open my Bible and I start reading how the Lord, he basically told me, I'm going to stick you in the fire and you're going to burn. And I was like, what? What do you mean? But I mean, I'd been praying that he would help me. So a lot of times we think when we're going through these trials and stuff, like, I'm doing something wrong, I'm not doing enough, and da-da-da-da-da. There's this foot traffic that goes to your brain, like, I'm not doing enough. But you actually are when you're pressing into him. And so this was that moment for me. The Lord's like, hey, I'm going to stick you in the fire and you're going to burn, but I'm with you. And I'm like, okay, Lord. And it's just silence. Like, I feel like I was just listening to him breathe. But what I didn't know was what would transpire for that next, the whole year. We went through, if I can just say this, we went through hell. It was awful. It was awful. I thought I was depressed before, but it was like another level of pain and rejection, and all of my pain points that I would just try to shield myself from, the Lord would he's just like, no, I'm sticking my thumb on you. Yep, you gotta just burn that out of you. Just burn it out. And I would just get like hurled. These pain and heartache would come. All the things, it's almost as if he was like, no, I'm just gonna let those happen a little extra this year, and I didn't have the thing that I would numb with. So now I'm like facing all of the pain. I'm facing all the things before I would just numb with, but now I'm facing it. And we would sit in these hours-long meetings where we would just get picked apart, have these moments where the people that I mentioned, they would walk past me and I would just, I had to deal with that. I had to deal with these things that are flying at me. And I would go home, like, for days. I would just be laying on my bed. Like, I felt like David, where he said, my tears were my food. And I would just cry. And I got to a point where I'm like, Lord, I can't take this anymore. Like, how much longer do we have to stay? how much longer do I have to deal with this? You know my heart. I don't want to deal with this. I want to forgive. I want to, but I can't handle this anymore. And it gets to this point, just like my previous story, where you can't take it anymore. And you just begin to get really desperate and honest with the Lord. Like, God, I can't do this like this anymore. I'm done. I don't even want to feel my own feelings anymore. I want to feel what you feel. And as that's what starts to happen is you get intense about it and honest with it. That's when the purging starts to come out, because I can't listen to my own thoughts anymore. I'm tired of hearing my own thoughts. And so I got to a point where anytime I would think about these people and situations, I would just start blessing them. Like, God, would you just I'm angry right now, but God, would you just give them everything they need? Would you just pour out your love on them? Would you show them your love to them like you've shown to me? Would you give them all that they need and are desiring in this moment? Lord, would you help them to see that you are everything? Lord, would you help me to not feel these things anymore? And Lord, would you surround my heart and my mind and guard and protect my heart and mind today, because I can't seem to stop thinking about them. And these things, I can't stop. It overwhelms me. But God, you're my defender, and you know the truth. You know what's really going on. And so I just pray that you would protect me. Instead of me guarding and protecting myself and just holding on, like white knuckling through it, I would just say, Lord, like, I put myself in your hands. And in these moments, I'd be on the floor on my bed, just like weeping before the Lord. Like, it was just overtaking me, everything. And I felt the Lord just lead me to this verse, and it was in Psalm 119, where it just said that, like, your word is my food. And I would feel like I can't even, sometimes I didn't even want to eat, because I just felt so overwhelmed by these situations. And I realized that the Lord was showing me that if I just read the word, it would fill me up, and it would be my shield. Like, he was my shield. And so I'd sit in the doctor's office or this place or that place, and if I start to feel overwhelmed by the situations, I would literally just open my Bible to anything. I didn't even care what it was. It'd be like Numbers. Like, okay, the genealogy, but I feel better, you know? It's like the Lord was like, fill up on me. And not only that, but I told you that when you're in the fire, I'm going to be with you. I'm with you. And so he was still like burning me, but he's like, but I'm with you. Because the thing about a silversmith that I learned is that if they were to walk away while they're doing, burning of the silver, it could actually burn it. Like, it could all go bad. But if he's there with it, like, the silversmith is like watching and like turning it like a rotisserie hot dog, okay? Like, I mean, this is how I imagine. I don't actually know. I'm not a silversmith, but like, it's like watching it go, like making sure that all the impurities are burning off, but like it's not burning too much, right? So I had to just get to this point where I knew, okay, if I'm still burning, like, it's not too much. You know what's too much. And so I'm just going to let you burn it off of me. And I think, like, the biggest thing that I want you to know is that, well, two things. One, he's with you. He's with you. Like, this is his promise to us. He's with us to the end of the age. I mean, I would think of these moments where I like to, like, dream about heaven and, like, imagine what it's like and everything. But sometimes, quite honestly, the reason I like to think of heaven is because I didn't really want to think about what's going on down here. Yeah, like, can we just get over this? I just want to go to heaven. I'm homesick for heaven because there's no pain up there. And I don't even know what that even remotely feels like. What does no pain feel like? But what's amazing is, like, he is with you when you're getting burned in the fire. And I would say also, there has to be a willingness of our hearts to ever be before the Lord, ever getting refined. I mean, even in your sin, even in your temptation, even in all of that, like, the fruits of the Spirit are like a true north kind of thing. If you don't know who you're supposed to be or what you're supposed to look at the fruits of the Spirit, like love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. If you don't have the fruits of the Spirit coming out of your life, then you probably need to be refined some more. And every single one of us is still needing to be refined. And I learned something about the fruit of goodness. And, I was like, Lord, how am I supposed to forgive and overcome and all these things? And I realized that the fruit of goodness is actually a part of God that I can't have on my own. And goodness is actually, goodness is this part of God that his nature wants good. His nature is good. His nature is pure. His nature is the evil from my heart. His goodness drowns that out. So if I need to overcome, I need his goodness, because it's the goodness of God in me that overwhelms all the ick in my heart. And what a relief that I don't have to do it all myself. What a relief. And so I want to just encourage you today that when you are serving Jesus, your goal should always be to look like him, but not just how you look, but how you are on your nature. If my reaction is to just bite everyone's head off, I need to go back to the Lord and ask him to help me, because he wants me to succeed. Like, he is at the right hand of the Father, ever interceding for us. That means that he wants us to overcome. He wants us to be refined. He wants us to look like him. It's not like hey, you need to be just like me, good luck, and then you're on your own. No, he wants you to. So that means that if you're struggling, you can come to him and say, really honestly, God, I want to bite everyone's head off today. And I probably need to keep my mouth shut for the rest of the day. But more than that, I don't even want to feel that. Like, I just don't. I want to be like you. So whatever that is that's making me want to do that, purge that out of me. And then you just lean into it. Like, literally lean. You lean on him. And in Song of Solomon, it talks about how the Shulamite woman came up out of the wilderness leaning on her beloved. That's what we're doing, is we're leaning on him in our weakness. Like, I don't have to be strong. In fact, there's a song I wrote called In the Valley, and that's actually on one of the albums out there. But In the Valley, it talks about how when you go through the valley, he actually is everything you need. And he gives you love and peace and joy, and like, it's in the valley that you grow. It's in the valley that you have this moment of coming out of it and like being able to be one with the Lord. But it's not because you trudged through the valley and got through to the other side. It's because you were leaning on him. And that's what's beautiful to him. I don't know if anybody's in this boat. I think as women, sometimes I get frustrated that I need God as much as I do, or that I need someone else as much as I do, because in my mind I'm like, oh, I can do it. Oh, I know. Oh, I can fix that and organize that better than you can. And I'm thinking all these things, but it's like God's like, yeah, he built into us this sort of internal inability to continue to do everything. And I don't know about you, but I hate that. Like, I kind of wrestle with that. I'm like, no, I just want to like keep going and do it all. But God's like, no. Because if you do that, then you won't need me like that. Like, I want you to need me. I actually made you weak so that you would lean on me. And I'm like, but God, I can't just keep going. And he's saying, exactly. I want you to lean on me. I want you to recognize that you can't do it all. I want you to look to me to be everything you need. And then in that, he strengthens you. But not so you can do it on your own again, but so that you'll need him like that. And this is God's heart, is that we would come to this place where we understand that we need him more than we've ever needed him in our entire lives. And being refined is like so beautiful to the Lord. He wants you to need him in that way.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Well, get all of us. We're gonna